when I give you answer now, then you
Okay. Explain again. I'm not asking you no more question again. I'll be like, why now?
go to school. The English say I need the English.
Okay, sorry.
You love me so much. Yeah, very so much, so much. I love you from my heart. From your heart. Yeah. I love you from my brain.
Really?
You love me so much. Yeah, very so much, so much. I love you from my heart. From your heart. Yeah. I love you from my brain. You love me so much. Yeah, very so much, so much. I love you from my heart. From your heart. Yeah. I love you from my brain. You love me so much. Yeah, very so much, so much. I love you from my heart. From your heart. Yeah. I love you from my brain.
This is a two-faced issue.
This is a critical issue in this country, and we must stand up and speak the truth. Because for you to use the fact that prior to printing, it means you already telling me print. But before you print, come up to me.
There is nothing in that paragraph that indicated that money should be printed. The essence of this exercise, the essence of this exercise is to know the facts. Everybody will have the opportunity to ask questions if you so desire.
You love me so much. Yeah, very so much, so much. I love you from my heart. From your heart. Yeah. You love me so much. Yeah, very so much, so much. I love you from my heart. From your heart. Yeah. I love you from my brain. You love me so much. Yeah, very so much, so much. I love you from my heart. From your heart. Yeah. I love you from my brain. You love me so much. Yeah, very so much, so much. I love you from my heart. From your heart. Yeah. I love you from my brain. You love me so much. Yeah, very so much, so much. I love you from my heart. From your heart. Yeah. I love you from my brain. I love you from my heart. From your heart. Yeah. I love you from my brain. You love me so much. Yeah, very so much, so much. I love you from my heart. From your heart. Yeah. I love you from my brain.
Good afternoon, good afternoon. Good afternoon and a pleasant welcome to Freedom Hub on 87.9. This is the official voice of Freedom Communications Incorporated. My name is Khan Oliver Kine. I'm here today on this wonderful Wednesday afternoon in Monrovia with Sierra Leoneans. I kind of mix up in their reaction with reference to their declaratory release from their own electoral commission declaring Cuban President Julius Maada Bio as the head of the country. On his re-elections, we say congratulations to you, Honorable Julius Maada Bio, His Excellency the President of Sierra Leone. There are too many things happening in the country, and of course, we're here today to bring you more of what you need to know. Finally, the Liberian legislature was able to pass the drug law. I repeat, the Liberian legislature had a very, very remarkable day when they were able to deliberate on issues relative to the revised edition of the drug law of our country. We will tell you more about what we believe, what the law is about, what is the final version of that one, what will happen to those who can bring in the kush to the country, what will happen to those who can bring opium to the country, what's going to be the penalty for those who are transporting opium and weed. Yes, somebody said it's the same thing. What will happen to those who are transporting tar, cocaine, heroin, slide, opium? What's going to happen to those who are transporting? What will be the punishment for the importers? What's going to happen to the victims, those who are becoming Zogos and Zogis? What's going to happen with the individuals who are kind of addicted to the drug, illicit drug, and narcotic products? Join the conversation as we intend to rumble into the issues that you would need to hear right here on the People Station. Like we promised you on yesterday, today we're going to be announcing a particular plan of action as to how to get our diehard followers, and those who follow Freedom Radio Liberia, and those who turn into Freedom on the Rise, from the print news, Freedom Hub, Face the Issues, Nighttime Spin, the Kapow Hour, and all of our different programs are right here on 87.9. And today, we will announce for those of you who are running the kekes, running the motorbikes, and those of you who are in the taxi cabs, of course, we'll tell you more about what you can do when you will be able to come to Freedom Radio Liberia and to collect your flyers. Yes, we'll be giving up stickers to you as a way of identifying with you, our people. You're going to have that sticker on your keke, on your motorbike, on your taxi, indicating that you are a proud follower of Freedom Radio Liberia. Of course, at the end of the day, when all of you shall have gotten your own stickers from Freedom Radio Liberia, we are going to announce a day there will be a raffle draw. And of course, like we'll do here on this radio, we'll be selecting a little over, perhaps we could say 50 persons per a raffle draw. We could say 100 individuals per raffle draw. And at the end of the day, those who will be selected will be told, will be given directly their own packages. That is our own way of relating, our own way of identifying with those of you who cannot sit in your keke without listening to us. And so we'll tell you today, we give you an update as to what to expect in the coming days. The first thing we'll tell you is when to come for your stickers. Yes. On those stickers, you will have our Freedom FM logo. You're going to have the different programs listed. You're going to have the motorbike symbol. You're going to have a picture of a keke. You're going to have a picture of a taxi. And of course, you will see Freedom FM keke, motorbike, and taxi operators. Oh, yeah. There's going to be a corny, and there's going to be an indicator that when everybody see you on the road, when you are in the traffic, just by the person looking at the keke at the motorbike, they're going to know exactly that this person is a follower of Freedom Radio Liberia. Yes, that's our way of identifying with you. And at a particular time, when you come here to sell, to get your stickers, we are going to take your details. We'll take your number. We'll take some other, basic information from you and put it into the system. And so that when we are doing the raffle draw and you are lucky to be selected, you walk away with something good. We will be giving gasolines, and some people will take something else. We'll be giving different things. Yeah, at a particular date. And so we'll select one date. We'll say, everybody come here by 3 o'clock. We'll say, okay, everybody come here by 4 o'clock. And so when you come at 4 o'clock, we'll read the list. We'll call somebody to select maybe 100 names. And so when you need part of the 100 names, the people will select. It means for that day, you're part of the winners. The people who will not win, your day will come the next time. So bit by bit, we're going to be having a list of all of our people and participating in our raffle draw, an initiative intended to get a line of connection between those of you, our riders, our drivers, and those who cannot live without us in their motorbikes, behind their steerings. When they're driving their taxis, in their taxi cab, those who cannot live without us, when they're riding their kekes, those who cannot live without us, when they're, moving around their different transport, machines. So that will be, something wonderful. And trust me, even as little as it will be, but we will do something here. When you are a part of the winners, we'll do something that will link you up with the institution. So join the conversation. By 5:15 today, we're going to be playing host to the director of the Monrovia Vocational Okay, let me get it clear. By 5:15 today, we'll be playing host to Mr. Aliu Lee Kemukai. Mr. Aliu Lee Kemukai. Kemukai is the director of the Monrovia Vocational Training Center, the MVTC on the Japanese Freeway. Kemukai will tell us more about the operation of the entity. What are the vocational courses they are offering? How are the students coping? Do they have the necessary supplies? Are they up to standard? When do they put up their graduates? Do they have internship opportunity for those who are going there? All of those issues will be a part of the questions we're going to be asking when we play host to Mr. Aliu Kemukai right here on 87.9. We take a few bars of our theme song. When we come back, we play you the voice from Crime Stoppers Liberia, our one and only official sponsor of this platform. And when that's done, we rumble into the issues making the news in Liberia. And this time around, the drug situation.
about music. There are crowds in many places, in every community, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hands for the right authority. That it can't take care of it. Crime stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see you must target. I mean you check. Do it for your safety. If you see don't keep it. I'm a part of report it. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop crime for all. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop crime for all.
Crime Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own self, Omen Sam Sion.
Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop crime for all. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop crime for all.
Okay, so welcome back to the program Freedom Hub on 87.9. I want to say good afternoon to all of you following the conversation here on 87.9. Today is Wednesday. Tomorrow is the 29th day of June 2023. By Friday. Friday is going to be the 30th of June. So Saturday should be the 1st of July. Yeah. So the month is technically over. I mean, the month has ended, and so we're gradually running to 2023 October. And by the way, the Liberian people will be going to the elections in October to make a determination as to where the country will head in the next 6 years. So that determination will be either to have President Weah retained, to have him re-elected, or to have the president replaced by somebody else. So that decision is for the Liberian people to take. It is for the Liberian people to make. They will exercise their constitutional authority as guaranteed under the laws of our country to go to the polls and have, their democratic rights, executed. They're going to be executing their democratic rights, and that is what it is. I just got distracted though. But as we're gradually winding down the year, by the time we are done with June, it means beginning Saturday of this week, we're supposed to be hitting the second half of 2023, beginning July to December. From July to December is the second half of every year. So we're done with part one of 2023, and we're gradually moving towards part two of this wonderful year when Liberians will be deciding. Nigeria decided already. Sierra Leone did theirs, last week, and the result was announced yesterday. And so Liberia own spending. We will see where Liberia will go to. In Nigeria, the Cuban political party was able to retain their position. Ahmed Bola Tinubu from the political party of Muhammadu Buhari, the former president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, got elected. So what that means is that in Nigeria, the ruling party, was able to retain their position. So there was a re-election in Nigeria. Although Muhammadu Buhari was not on the ballot, but the candidate representing his political party, the ruling party, Ahmed Bola Tinubu, was able to win the elections. Then in Sierra Leone, the Sierra Leonean People's Party, the SLPP, headed by President Julius Madabio, His Excellency, was able to win the elections in Sierra Leone as well. So a ruling party victory in Sierra Leone. So Liberia, the case is going to be decided in October of this year. By the 23rd of October, Liberians should be deciding, and political pundits say it is going to be a West African. It's going to be a repeat of what transpired in those two countries. However, it's going to be, we leave that to the Liberian people to decide. But as we intend to discuss something very crucial in the country with reference to the drug law of Liberia, the new drug law, so to speak, I am very, very glad to announce to our people. Yeah, I'm very glad to announce to our people. Yes, I'm very happy to announce to our people that we. Okay, so this is to our motorcyclists, the keke riders, and even those of you who can ride the taxis. We respect you very well. We appreciate all of what you do for our people. We appreciate the fact that you will make it your duty every day. And I know most of you who cannot sit. I know most of you who can, most of you who can't live one day without listening to Freedom Radio Liberia. I know a lot of you. And so it became an issue of concern for all of us here at Freedom Radio Liberia, especially those of us who are on the political talk shows. That, hey, these people, when we are driving, like sometimes when I come into work, you probably want keke that Austin Kawa on it. Sometimes you go kind of say, we didn't even talking there. In the evening part, when I'm going home, no, it can just be all on the different keke, them, taxi compact. Bulk of these transport vehicles would normally have Freedom Radio Liberia locked down on their dials. And so it became an issue of concern for all of us. And so we thought to say, look, let's identify with these people. They are our people. In the midst of all of the different radio stations in Liberia, in the midst of all of the different platforms that you have, for somebody to just put the radio station on, the radio in their car, to put it on 87.9, and the person said, nobody must tell you thing. But in the morning to in the night, this is what we will listen to. For somebody to make that decision, it means the person like you. And we've had a lot of admiration for those of you who have been doing it. We appreciate you so much. And so we want to have this connection between you guys and us. All of us here at the radio station. So we want to do that. So what we're going to do is to get you a mark of identity. So yeah, we see some of you. I saw the other kicker one day face the issue on the, the other man. Almost all the shows on this radio got some kind of keke guy, something relative to Freedom Radio Liberia. Either one of our shows, one of our names, one of our initials should be on the keke. And so, people tired, oh, you get a keke. I said, no, I'm here. The man can listen to us. He don't put it though. I don't have a keke in Liberia. And so, yeah. So as a way of identifying with bulk of you who are our diehard supporters and diehard followers on this platform, we thought to give you an identity. So we will be providing stickers. And trust me, when French is starting, it can start on a very slow pace. But at the appropriate time, somebody said friendship will always have benefits attached. So Saturday will be the 1st of July. The second Friday in July, beginning the second Friday in July, if you are a keke rider, taxi driver, motorbike rider, and a die-hard fan of Freedom Radio Liberia, beginning the second Friday in July, we are pleading with you. You can come if you want to Freedom Radio Liberia, and a sticker will be made available to you. But come with your keke, you can ride keke that I will not say it for you. You now come here with your hands swinging, they will give you the sticker. No, because we will have people who will practically put the sticker on your keke, and when they putting it on your keke on that second Friday, beginning second Friday until the whole month ends. So if you not even come on that second Friday, you can come Saturday morning. Somebody will be here to get your information. You can come any other time until July ends. We'll select a day in August. I'll reach to that point, right? So beginning the second Friday in July, if there will be any amendment to this, we will come back and tell you. Beginning the second Friday in July, if you are a keke man, motorbike man, taxi man who can listen to us like you are listening right now, beginning the second Friday in July, come to our radio station. We are situated at the intersection of Clay and Carey Street in Monrovia. At the intersection of Clay and Carey Street in Monrovia. At the intersection of Clay and Carey Street in Monrovia. That one shouldn't be hard for you because I can get people all around the country. So if you know Clay and Carey Street now, you can get rather. You motorbike man, you test it out. You should know the place. So beginning the second Friday in July, you can come here and you will get yourself a sticker for your keke or your motorbike or your taxi. Now, as you're receiving the sticker, we will be taking your information. We'll take your name and we'll take your telephone number. Put it on a piece of paper, then we'll give you a receipt. So when I be the first person who will come here to collect sticker, when we get you that sticker, you become Freedom FM keke rider or Freedom FM, you will become our keke operator number 1. So when you get it, the paper will be read down. Somebody there will register you. They'll lock you in. We'll have a whole roster. So as we give you the sticker, when I eat the fireman can, we give you the sticker, I'll put on your bag. You become 00 number 1, John Paul. Telephone number there. Then we'll give you, once we take your information, we'll give you a piece of paper, and we'll give you the sticker, and you're gone. The next man come, he becomes automatically 002, Wilson Dobla. The other person, Sidiki Fofana, 003. The other person, Johnson Paul, 004. So everybody got their number. So all you need to do is go home with your number. So when you come, when I eat the number 50 or you the number 1000, your number is 1000. So on the day of our raffle draw, the whole of July will take that time for all of you coming to be collecting your sticker. So when July ends, we're not giving no sticker again. Now, the number we're going to have is that number we'll keep pushing to all of our different raffle draw. So we'll select one day in August, for example. We'll say, okay, maybe August 1st Saturday or August 1st Friday. By 3 o'clock, if you get sticker and you get your information with us, by 3 o'clock sharp, come to the station and we'll call the names. We'll select 100%. Among this 100% we'll select, when your name part of it means you win. Maybe with a Becquerel, maybe that 3 gallon of gas, maybe that 2 gallon of gas, something else just to identify so the friendship keep going. That is the whole plan. The plan is to ensure that the friendship lives on. That is our plan. So let me repeat. Second Friday in July, when you come to the radio station, you will see flyer here. And by the time you come, it will be very simple. We have a whole log. Somebody down there will be operating with it. So we got a whole log right here. So by the time you come, we'll give you a sticker. When I eat a 10 Friday, your number at number 10. So the whole July, when you not get a chance on the second Friday, you can come, the Saturday after from this. You can keep coming until the month ends. Once you receive sticker, you can come back again with the second time. Once you receive sticker today, you can come out with the second time. You receive one sticker per one rider, one operator. Because a sticker will be placed on your keke or your motorbike or your taxi. So by the time it is done, when the month ends, we will come back here and tell you when the first raffle draw will be. So at that, at that level, we say, okay, they come in raffle draw of all of the 2,000 when we work a sticker, all of the 3,000 when we work a sticker, we'll be selecting maybe 50% today as our lucky winners. So when we will come here, one small baby, we just put all the number in one bottle. We tell the small baby to choose about 100 different people that will be full. So the 100 people that will be full, when we open it, when you're in there, we announce it. That means you gotta be here. You gotta be to our radio station here. If they were announcing it, the day we're doing the raffle draw, you gotta be here. You gotta be down there on the road. Park anywhere you want to park. We don't want to get a road. Nobody will move from there. So on that day, you'll be packed down there. We'll select the 100 names. We'll be on the radio station here. Big speaker will be downstairs there. So we'll come and we'll say, Joe Blow, 001. The later select your name or you win. You know, your own price, a 3 gallon of gasoline will go to you. Somebody downstairs to give to you. Siriki ability, you know, your own price, I want half bag of rat. Somebody give to you. Or Johnson Queer, your own price, fire extinguisher. Somebody give to you. That's how we're gonna roll. That's how we're going. So by the time you win, the night raffle draw, it means you're not in the system again. By the time we choose your name, you're not there. The night raffle draw, that every minute we not win, will come. And so that's how it's gonna be. But bit by bit, Austin will kind of tell you more about it. The way we keep coming will tell you more about it, and that's how we're gonna flow. So that is it. It is our way of identifying with you, our ordinary people. And that's how we keep moving, because bulk of you are the reasons why we are here. I mean, we feel very proud. When I come into work, I feel proud that we're passing by the keke and Austin doing your thing in the morning, and Abu, the man operating. You know, so now I'm coming later that when they're in S-Talk can be doing the thing. In the now I'm going to that AB can be doing the thing. And I've seen where they were operating now. Austin driving somewhere, when he passing by keke, the way I'm talking, I'm oh boy, just all in the keke. So we appreciate you, we value you, we respect the fact that you've been with us since 5 years of this whole business. We're running into 6 years. It is a wonderful thing, and we want to establish that link, you know. Yeah, let's establish that link. Let's put us into one umbrella. Maybe if we don't have motorway and keke man will play football game someday. It's a whole long plan, but we are starting it at about this level. And hopefully we're gonna get there. Like A.B. Williams would say, we're going to get there subsequently. So that is it. Beginning second Friday. Once you come here, you will get your sticker available. So let's move over to what is happening in the country at the moment. So the Liberian legislature, I want to be fast about this so that we host our guest, who is the head of the Monrovia Vocational Training Center, the MVTC. So the Liberian legislature, and I'm going to read this release from the communication department there at the House of Representatives. And that's the House Press Bureau. So it says, House passes drug law. The Honorable House of Representatives has enacted into law an act amending the drug law as non-billable. A release issued by the Press Bureau says the plenary took the decision on Tuesday, the 27th of June, yesterday, following a report from the Legislative Conference Committee on the Drug Law of Liberia. The committee recommended that amendment of Chapter 14, offenses involving danger of the person, Title 26, Penal Code, the Liberian Codes revised by adding thereto Subchapter E under the title Controlled Drug and Substances Act of 2023. The conference committee added that Part 5, Regulation of Drug, Public Health Law, Liberian Codes revised are hereby repealed. Section 17.5, Chapter 17, Offenses Against Public Order, Penal Law of Liberia Codes Revised is hereby amended by deleting therefrom the words narcotics or other drug not therapeutically administered, the committee revealed. The Legislative Conference Committee said Chapter 14, Offenses Involving Danger of the Person, Penal Law, Liberian Code of Law Revised is hereby amended to add thereto Subchapter E, Control, Drugs, and Substances. Cannabis, which is commonly known as marijuana, or maybe we say weed or opium, include all parts of the plant cannabis sativa, whether grown or not, the seeds thereof, the resin extracted from any part of such plant, and every compound manufactured, sought, derivative, mixture, or preparation of such plant, its seeds or resins, but shall not include the mature stock of such plant, fibers produced from such stock, oils or cake made from the seeds of such plant, and any other compound manufactured, sought, derivative, mixture of, or preparation of such major stock, except for the resin extracted therefrom, fiber, oil, and cake, or other sterilized seeds of such plant which cannot germinate. Subchapter E is quoted. The body further requested that the consumption of control of drugs and substances, a second lower degree felony, is that the consumers are deemed to be victims of the cultivators, manufacturers, importers, exporters, traffickers, and sellers. The law also provides that where the convict of any of these crimes is not a Liberian, after serving his or her sentence, he or she shall be deported from Liberia. Now, this is phase 1 of the release. Now let's go to the summary. Let's go to the summary of this drug law. Let's go and find the summary of the drug law and bring it forth to you. Okay. Just hold on, fellow Liberian. Let me try to bring it right here. Okay. Let me see if we can bring it. I got. Hold on. Okay. All right. Let me see whether we can. Okay. So in your move emphasizing the welfare of drug users, the Legislative Conference Committee proposed that individuals who consume controlled drugs and substances be considered as victims rather than offenders. This approach will apply a second-degree felony charge to the cultivators, manufacturers, importers, exporters, traffickers, and sellers rather than the consumers themselves. So the men who can smoke the thing, the men who can take it, this new law will consider them the victims. Now, the committee, in their wisdom, felt that our beginner who can smoke the weed, smoke the cooch, take the tar, the cocaine, and everything, should be the victims here in this whole drug deal. And let the major punishments, I'm just trying to simplify this law. Let the major punishment be given to the men who can bring it to the country. The men who can put it in blah blah bag and sit on motorway and distribute it from place to place. The men who open ghetto and selling it. The men who can tell the sneakers and chunk it on the lap pole and say that, yeah, we can rock it. All the men who can do the transaction, the men who can grow it on a farm, those who get nursery for it, those who got plantation for the drug, those who got small laboratories that they can manufacture it in, that the men who the law would deal with. For them, when they grab them, their offense is is something that is non-billable. Nobody will go say stand bomb for you. The FOIA law, when they catch you with drug as an importer, an exporter, a distributor, you can get a lawyer, can go sign for you and say, oh, court, I'll bring the man anytime you want him. By the time you sign for the man go, the rest of it like babati. The same way the rape law is. When you rape and they catch you, nobody can stand bomb for you. The same way murder is. When you kill somebody or you involve into a murder case, nobody can stand bomb for you. It's the same way the drug law is going to be as it was passed yesterday, pending the president's approval. Right? So bulk of the punishment, bulk of the weight will be thrown at the importers, the distributors, and the manufacturer. The men who can face it, the men who can bring it in the country. When you come in the country, the men who can send it from ghetto to ghetto. And the men who can take it from ghetto to ghetto and be sending it to the street where the beginning can buy it from. The men who can put it in the pack. The man get his shares pack and put the thing inside. And you know the glasses pack, the eyeglasses, the pack for it. The men can put it inside and do subsequent distribution. For those of you who are into that, the law will deal with you. For you, nobody can talk for you. Hello? For your own, nobody can talk for you. Nobody can sign for you. No, nobody can sign for you. Yeah? For your own, nobody can sign for you. So, however, number one, so let's go further. Let's go further. Just hold on 1 minute. I lost track here. I mistakenly got off this piece. I mistakenly got off this piece. Let me go back to it. You know, so like I was saying, the guys who can face the drug, they call them the manufacturer. Then the men who can bring it in the country. The men who can bring it in the country, we call them the importers. Away from the importer, the guys who can, pass it around from one place to the other. They call them the distributors. For them, the law will be high on them. The law will be very, very difficult on them. So let's move to the rest of it. Just hold on. I got lost here. So according to the report, okay. So I've done this one. I've done this one already. Okay, yeah. There's the part that I like. The Senate version of the law provides that the cultivation, manufacturing, importation, export, trafficking, and sale of the controlled drugs and substances is a first-degree felony, a grave offense, and therefore it is not billable. So when you growing it, they call it cultivation. When you get farm, you playing opium or you playing cocaine, you cultivating the drug right there. When they catch you, they say it is not billable. Nobody can free you. When you manufacturing it, maybe you got machine where you can turn the powder, chemical, and then you feel kush, you feel tar, you feel weed, heroin, anything you want to do. When you can face it, when you get factory for it, you the call the manufacturer. When they catch you, no way. Importation, when the only thing you can travel out of the country for, you getting airplane. Instead of going to bring, paracetamol, chloroquine, and other things where I can save people, you go bring weed, you go bring cocaine. Importation, when they catch you, nobody can, what they call you. Exportation, instead of you sending rubber, oil palm oil and other things out of the country, but you are exporting, what you call it, opium, heroin, marijuana, everything. When you send it out of the country, when they catch you, nobody will free you. When you're into trafficking and sell, like the man who can put it on the back, put it in the back bag, you put it on your back. You go to Sony when you drop some there. Go to Dogomator, you drop some there. All together, then you don't want supplying it. Evening you get on your motorbike quietly, you supply the other ghetto with 4 pack, the other ghetto with 10 pack. You are part of the traffickers. When they grab you, nobody can free you from jail. Well, our man who can go buy the one pack, you buy a 1 pack of kush, you buy a 1 load of opium, you blow it, For those men, the consumer, then the law will treat them as victims. Now, and I'll give you a reason why I believe the committee choose to do it that way. And we're trying to bring some folks from the Senate and from the legislature to expand more on the rest of these activities. Now, the reason why they are so tough on the manufacturers, the cultivators, the importers and exporters, including the traffickers, is because when these people are dealt with severely, the beginning who from Katira, JJ Raba, CWA, Jim Doyon, all the AG school, all the Methodist school, all the Episcopal school, all the Lutheran school, all the government school, all the Baptist school, all of the different Islamic schools, these young children will not have access to the drug if those who are manufacturing and other people who are distributing, those who are importing and exporting, if they are not given chance to do their stuff, the younger children who are from homes will not have access to the drugs. And so the law is arranged in such a way that it will fire the money from the top so that the beginner down the line will not receive it. Because it's almost like water. When you cut the water from up, the man who down will not receive the water. That's how life is. The beginner who can be smoking opium around here, they don't even know where they can grow opium. Most of them do not even know where opium is being grown. The beginner who's smoking kush, they don't even know where kush has been made. The beginner who's smoking tar, sniffing cocaine, they do not know where these things are being produced. So if we can grab the producers, grab the manufacturers, make a law, enforce the law in such a way that these individuals, when they are caught, they will not be bailed out. They will face the full weight of the law. If these precedent cases are established, it will serve as a deterrent. And by the time you know it, once the beginner can find drug to take, life is about what you see, that what you do. And you see it, you not eat it. Once you don't have access to it, you will not desire it. But yeah, it's debatable though. For you to desire something, it means I don't some kind of way you see in the thing. Even when you desire it, once it is not around, you will not touch it. But when you can see it, when it is available, it becomes difficult for you to resist it because you've seen it. You could get tempted to want to take it. Now, in furtherance, the conference committee also indicated that the properties, the real and personal used in the process of committing any of these offenses shall escheat to the Republic. At the same time, the committee reported that proceeds from the sale of properties escheated to the Republic of Liberia shall be appropriated to the relevant state agencies and for rehabilitation purposes. 25% of the proceeds will go towards the Drug Enforcement Agency. 25% for the drug prevention and rehabilitation programs. 50% to the general revenue of the Republic of Liberia. Yeah. So in this case, if we catch one Liberian man or one Nigerian man or one Fulani man bringing drugs to the country, and we manage to trace him, then we got to know that the Fulani man entered the country 2014 or 2016 or maybe he entered 2019, but he now paid 3 BBO Oyster building in Kowe. They will catch you with drugs. It means that you drug money in using. And in our people can go and take the drug from and start sharing it all across the country. When we grab that Nigerian guy, we grab that Liberian man who get our horse, who get all the horses and all the cars and where you get, when we grab it, the law said we'll rack it, we'll sell it. Hello? The law said we will sell it. A drug dealer, the property he can use to do a drug issue. The law said when we grab it, we will sell it. And when we sell it, 25% of the money we'll sell it for will go towards the DEA. It will strengthen the DEA. It will buy them car, it will buy them guns, it will buy them computer, it will train them, increase the salary So then the second we put in susu because most of them can put susu. So the ghetto owner then I know that one for a fact. Right? It also says 25% will go for drug prevention and rehabilitation program. So the beginner who's smoking weed, smoking, tar, heroin, taking slide and attending the Zogos and Zogis, 25% of the men who can sell the drug, who can bring the drug in the country, who can do the trafficking, who can grow it. When we grab them, if you get land where you playing the opium on, we grab that land, we rock the land. When we see you playing opium on your land, once we go to the farm, we'll see that land. All the places where you play the opium, we'll seize the land and sell it. We sell the land, take the money, 25% of DA, 25% will go towards rehabilitation. So all the children where you're just spoiling the country, the children walking, the sleeping, they get passing all around, tearing people, we no bar, jacking people phones, doing all kind of things. We will rehabilitate them. The way we do the rehabilitation is to find safe home, take them to rehab, get them food, get them medicine, get them counselors, get them vocational instructors who will teach them life surviving skills so that they do not return to drugs. So 25% of the men who can sell drugs, all of the things when we seize the property, when we sell it, 25% will go towards rehab. Then 50% of the money we will collect. So after we sell the man car or we sell a horse where you can put the whole cocaine container in before you start selling it around small, the whole kush truck in before you start selling it. When we rack the horse, we rack the car, 50% of the money we spend will go towards the Liberian government. It will go straight into government revenue. We can use that one to payroll. We can use that one. Yeah, some of these go there when the drug men, when they finish smoking the drug, they get confused. They can be cutting the wire them from on the road. All that one in that government money. So 50% will go to the government. They wire them where they can be cutting on the road. Some of them, they look at the level, they loosen it, they go sell it. Some of them, they look at the lepo, where the Somalia drive, they can call it in the net, they go sell it for iron. All I want the 50% government can use it to replace some of the damages these drug users are causing because they are not the primary source of this destruction. So the importers, the exporters, the cultivators, the manufacturers, and the traffickers / distributors will pay the full weight. They will bear the full weight of the law. So it says, in the same time, the conference committee reported that proceeds from the sale of properties is cheated to the Republic of Liberia shall be appropriated to relevant state agencies for rehabilitation purposes. 25% of proceeds will go towards the DEA. 25% will go towards the drug prevention and rehabilitation programs. 50% will go towards the general revenue of the Republic of Liberia. So when we sell your horse for $100 million, we take 25 million, give it to DEA, 25 million, give it to, the rest of the security people to prevent the drugs from coming to the country and other things. 50 million will point it straight to government revenue. So when you're doing drug business, nobody said don't do it. Do it. But if they will grab you and grab your properties, everything you own in the country, we'll put it up for sale. That's the law. 25% will go to DA, buy them in a new uniform, buy them batu and gun, train them, get them stuff. 25% go to other issue, 50% go to the government. That is the law. Now, the reason why they're going to be seizing people's properties is because Liberians are very funny kind of people. We said in the community, we allow these Zogos and drug people to open dangerous ghettos in our communities. Now, when you get your horse, you building something on a horse, you're not feeling with it, then you put Zogo inside or you put drug users in that house. The law says the man who operates in that ghetto, he is a trafficker. Hello? When you build something on a horse, you don't be able to sell fufu and soup. You're not be able to sell GB and stout. You're not be able to sell small beer, and water. You build it to sell drugs, cooch. Nyama, different stuff. The law said by the time you choose to do that, when the DEA go to do arrest, they arrest that person, they horse that person using to sell that thing, and the government will seize it and sell it. And divide the money 25%, 25%, 50%. Now, the reason why it is done this way, so that people cannot keep giving their properties to be used for drug trafficking. You check in the whole Moria town, they got plenty of unfinished building there where people using for ghetto. Not even unfinished building. There are buildings where you got people living in, they're using it for ghetto, where they're selling cooch, heroin, cocaine, slag. Everything you want to think about, all the things about making people to be dancing just a zombie, they got it there. Before the law could be passed, the minute you go there, they just go there, they ransack, they play, seize whatever drug they go. You can't do nothing to the horse. Oh no, you can't do nothing to the horse because there was no law. The new law now say when you selling it to your horse, by the time they go there, they arrest it and they see the evidence, they see evidence available where they say, okay, the people saying that they can sell it from. That whole horse will cease it. The reason why the men did the law that way is because they don't want people to keep making their properties available. Now, here is a sense. Once the men not get play to sell it, once nobody able to bring it to the country because it's scary, you already cramp down on the substance. Automatically, you control it. Because the men scary that if I bring it into the country, they catch me, the first thing when they arrest me, nobody can free me until I prove myself innocent. And it will be difficult because they already see me with a crime. Number two, if I bring the drug to Liberia, where will I stand to do the selling? Which horse I'll be packing it in to be distributing it small? Because if I get the one picking in bag, and the picking go on the road and they catch him with a bag, they would pressurize the picking. The picking will be able to tell you, the people where he got the drug from. And so when they locate you to your horse, it means that horse that you build, the investigation will establish too many things. If it is proven that the horse is as a result of the drug trade, the horse will be a proceed of drug crime. And so it will be available for the government to sell. So it means the whole reason why you're doing the business, you will be losing because your investment will go. So when people know the difficulty associated with the drug trade, they will choose not to venture because they know that it is going to be an extremely risky endeavor to get involved with. By doing so, you limit the inflow of the substance in the country. At the same time, citizens, especially the young people, will not have access to it in as much as they do not have access to the narcotic substance and dangerous drug on the market. Automatically, you will find out that gradually, from a natural perspective, the drug will start to leave the young children. Once they are not having it available to them, they are not seeing it to consume. Obviously, the devastating impact it is having on the lives of young people will start to decrease. And that is the intent of the frameworks of this policy. Fine law, beautiful law. We don't have the luxury of time today. Hopefully, we'll expand on it tomorrow because we got our guests with a few calls on it. But as this is sounding so sweet to the ears, we will hope that our implementing authorities, most especially the Drug Enforcement Agency, the Ministry of Internal Affairs, and by extension, the Ministry of Justice, we hope they will live in accordance with what has been passed. I'm hopeful that the president will sign it in the coming days, so that it becomes, law of the country, signed to him, and so forth. And we just hope the DEA and the Justice Ministry people and the rest of the people in the country, including the Internal Affairs, will do what they ought to do so as to ensure that this thing is going to be a work in progress and a success story in the end. Because as we speak, as I am speaking to you right now on this radio, when you check all over Moria, I'm saying it the Liberian way now, you check all over Moria, you check all over this southeast, you check northern Liberia, you check to Lofa, all the other places down to Nimba, western Liberia, Cape Mount, Bombing places, Bapolu, central Liberia, like Banga, Makibi and other places. When you check across this whole country, you'll find out that bulk of the DEA commander there across the country. Oh, that you the commander for the other region, that you the commander for the zone, the other zone, that you the commander. Bulk of these commanders are into Susu. They are into Susu with the ghetto operators in their control area. I'm saying this out of clear evidence that we have had. The small commander then what they put in the place. Oh, are you responsible for Docomedo? Okay, are you responsible for New Georgia? Are you responsible for Johnsonville? Are you responsible for Puebla? Are you responsible for Plibo? Are you responsible for All the guys who are in charge of the smaller quarters are into susu with the ghetto owners. Some of them every Saturday some ghetto paying some ghetto paying 10,000 to this money man every Saturday. So when you deal commander, you are in charge of a particular division and you get about 80 ghetto in your area. Each of the ghetto giving you 10,000. Calculate 10,000 by 80 ghetto. The men who operate in Douala Part, the DA men who control in Douala Part, the men who knock up. You know, all the places, Momotown and Logantown and the different garden, what the guys. So you see what's happening? So bulk of them are the reasons why these ghettos and these trafficking issues are not being curtailed to a great level. So if we can act that they do their job effectively, and thankfully the new law says anything that will catch 25% will go to the DEA. Now the reason why the law is crafted in the way in that way is that as 25% will be going to the DEA, that 25% will also be spread over to their empowerment, to their full equipment, so that gradually their salary will start to be increased. Their their logistic and other things will be provided on time, so that at least they will have no justifiable reason, although there should not be a reason to corrupt the system, but they will not have justifiable reason to want to accept bribes. Fine law. But like I told you, most of the DEA men in the country, they got susu. Every Saturday, they go from ghetto. Oh, come to the other who get a ghetto. The one get 10,000. Go to the other guy who get a ghetto. You got to get 10,000. They're collecting dues. So all that, you can see them, so now they go park in the car, the red area, that they level of fly. By the time you finish what they're doing, just that. So we don't want it happening that way because there is a new law. So even if we as community people see DEA men coming to a particular place to raid the area, once that place is being raided and drug is being found at that area, that property is automatically no longer belonging to the owner. It becomes a government property because it is a proceed of crime. It is an instrument used to traffic drug. So imagine what will happen to one community, for example, Buzi Quarter. The minute go Buzi Quarter, they see someone where people selling drug in. The minute they go to raid the area, they see the horse. Automatically, that horse becomes government horse. Government set our whole land, set the whole horse to somebody who won't buy it. When people see that other people lost in their houses to government because the men are there funny and they make people to sell drugs, their government say nobody in the country will want to give their house anymore for government, for drug dealer to sell drug in it. So as nobody will be giving their property for drug dealer to sell drug in it, automatically it means there will be almost no house in the country willing to be available. White people just go sit down and smoke all day. No house will be available because people will not want to lose their properties. And that is the beauty of the law. And so that was what was done. We want to say thanks to the leadership of the House of Representatives under the gavel of Speaker Buffer Chambers, his able deputy, Honorable Jonathan Fonati Kofa, the councillor. Senator Pro Tem Abachi and the Vice President, Madam Taylor. We are hopeful that the President will sign this into law, and gradually, as a people and country, we could have something at least on the book, that will curtail the the spread of this illicit trade in our country. Let's take a break quickly to be right back.
There are crowds in many places. From Stapa, Liberia, from the center to interior. From Stapa, keeping us safe, let's stop for all of our. From Stapa, the people bringing safety to your door. From Stapa, stopping crime and making peace for them before. From Stapa, Liberia, from the center to interior. From Stapa, keeping us safe, let's stop for all of our.
Crime Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own self-Omen Samsung.
Okay, so welcome back to the program, Freedom Hub on 87.9. We have Mr. Aliyu Kemokai. He's all the way out of the country, but we'll be joining him very shortly by 5:15, 5:20. We'll be joining him. But let's take a few calls on the drug law issue in the country. Yes, before we run to talk vocational education. Let's take this first question. What's your name? Where do you join us from quickly? No time.
Okay, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Chief. Let's hear you.
Yeah, that's Lucien calling from the USA.
Lucini, go ahead. Let's hear you quickly.
Yeah, okay. The drugs problem in our country is something that has to really fight in the country, in the sense that those that are supposed to protect the country, those that took the oath to protect the country, to protect the people, these are the people, like you're saying, the Susu. Okay, this is a country that I'm born and raised in. Liberia, I knew a big brother when I was in Liberia. The men were working the commerce. These guys used to operate on the fake IDs. They used to use the ID card from commerce, and they go from store to store to exploit those business people. When it comes to the DEA, just how you're saying that the DEA, these are guys that want to get rich overnight. They encourage those drug dealers to come in the country to the border or whatever means, and they enter into the country because they're giving them bribe. And you cannot tell me, say you take off KOK to defend and protect your country. And that's one of the things that you see most young people not even trying to get into those areas, KOK, because you that will get in those areas and you want to be able to see those change, you will not live long.
Oh, yeah.
Because you see here in America, KOK, people get in those areas because of love for country, love for their people. They wear those uniforms. They stand for the value of that uniform.
Thank you.
In Liberia, we don't see. I'm not saying most of our people wearing the uniform, they're not standing for it. But bulk of them, they are just going there because they are there to make their susu and earn their living, not for the country, not for the people. And I think it's sad. We need people that will get in our uniform and will take charge to fight every situation in our country for the protection of our country. Thank you so much, KOK.
Thank you very much. We leave you right there. Let's take this other person on the line quickly. What's the name? Where you join us from? No time.
Yeah, good evening, KOK. This is Peter Peters. I'm calling from Congo Town.
Go ahead, Peter Lynn, quickly.
Yeah, let me say thanks so much for providing the information for us this evening. You see, KOK, the drugs law is very much good. It's a very beautiful law that when the president signed it, it's going to be one of the best laws so far since its inception. But one thing that we should know is that if people start to know these things, most especially when you have your house, you rent it to somebody, and the person is selling drugs in a house, you yourself will start being a security.
Oh, yeah?
If the law is then passed, and then people start to implement what it says, most of the people that have houses will be security for themselves.
Oh, yeah?
People will start looking at each other now. People will start watching one another. I think it's going to help us because this country, what we are experiencing right now is so terrible. You see people walking in the street, young people walking in the street, behaving funny only because they are taking in jobs.
Thank you.
I think it's good that I provide this information for people to know.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We'll leave you. We'll take this other person. This person, go ahead. Let's hear you. Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, Chief. Let's hear you. 1 minute, no time.
Evening. Yeah, Dave Mohammed Kamara from UAE.
Go ahead, Mohammed.
Let me first of all commend you for your analysis, and let me tell our lawmakers many thanks to them for the drug laws. For the drug laws, before it passed, the citizen had a problem when it comes to the drug business. The citizen. Somebody was bringing their cause to somebody. They knew the person is selling drugs. When police go there, the same person will stay and be backing the person that's selling drugs in the house. I was in Liberia, I saw this thing. Many I saw it. Sometimes we just say, oh, the police, but the citizen or the renter of the house are the problem. And they will stand and back the person selling drugs. And that's why they know the person will go out and buy opinion and bring it. They store that opinion in the house because the person will give them money. That's why the renter, they will give them extra money for it. That's why the new law. So if they drug laws, I think, and it should not only be the other one. Even people are taking it. People are taking it in the street when they see it, they should catch them. Government should not only say, oh, let us get rehabilitation center before we care the people go. Then they start taking it for in the street. That the only way we have. Oh, yeah. Because those guys, when they eat, and they say somebody say, go buy me 1 bag of water. When they come out, they will stay and wait for you gain them money. If you're not getting them money, they never send it. They can't do it. I was selling people. I was selling cement and rest.
Thank you.
I know how they get it, how they got them behave.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. We'll leave you right there. Let's take this other person quickly. We have our guest waiting for us. Let's take this person. 1 minute. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. How you doing, Baba?
We are great. Let's hear you, ma'am.
Okay, this is my CC, the general on the line.
Go ahead.
Let me say thank you for the topic, for the explanation, my son. You are telling all. You are telling all. For what you explained to us on the platform, yes, let me appreciate the people in the house there, the representative and the senator. They did a great job for us, for our children. The one who've been talking, the one who've been yelling for. Okay. To see our children in the street, my son will see them. You feel bad. Although our children are not there, but we'll see our children. They are our children. We need to protect them. We the mothers that will sleep here, our stomach can start hitting on. We'll see our children in the street, taking drugs, sleeping when they're walking. They can hit us. When you are saying that people they're taking their drugs in, picking their job, people are giving their food, so they're going to picking their job. There are people too that are probably in the country. And I like people put their laws in. They will hold them, they can't let it sit. They will hold them. Let them put their laws in, okay?
Thank you.
And the best way they put it. Because I'm not going in the airplane. Let's come, let's say, rest of Abuja, let's hear Abuja. The man who said the whole thing, reporter on Nigeria Gati with a big you want to the whole house. What I want to do a whole house, you want to the whole house. So do you want to come and somebody want to hold my business? I said, no, I'll tell you. What I meant for questioning. I said, what you want to do? Like, oh, get alone. People want to know you say, well, so ask why you say job, what you want to. Then in that paper, when you talk about job, when you get you a job, the money you will pay, you must fix oil, the money from here, and not paying down. There you go. But my brother calling to say to have the question, to see what they can say and somebody and when they job. My brother asked is coming back.
Thank you.
When you want to say drop in the house.
Thank you very much.
And then the best way to do it, let's see the proper say then will stop picking drugs. Here will country. And something to doing this. All was see right there. Somebody got let me go and I'm free let you come let's say. So if you put a drop on out there. And the right way to tell you.
Thank
and
you.
the CS to the very first to the drug. Yeah?
Thank you.
Thank you. There's an appointment for no.
Thank you very much, man, Sisi. Thank you. Thank you. We leave you. We take this international caller. Go ahead quickly. Let's hear you.
Hello?
Hello, sir. Go ahead, ma'am. Let's hear you.
How you doing, Papa?
We are great. Let's hear you. What's your name?
My name is Felicia. I'm calling from Kentucky.
Kentucky, the U.S. Go ahead quickly.
Okay, I got a question because what you were saying about the drugs, about the houses, because some people got houses in Africa and they're not there. They got family members living in the houses, so you don't know what's going on back there. We don't know. So if somebody in your house selling drugs and you over here, you don't know, or they're telling me that the government will take the house.
Do you have caretaker at your house? So tell your caretaker not to allow your house to be used for a ghetto. If that is the case, your caretaker will.
But at the end of the day, people in Africa, you tell them one thing. They tell you, yes, I'm not doing it.
So that one,
but they lie. Even you ask them, they will send you a bill for something that's not exist.
So
the people you don't trust none like that.
So it means you gotta warn your family people who have the properties now. So you gotta warn them so that if they will choose to deceive you, then it means they're doing it to themselves. If they allow drug user to own your house temporarily and make it a drug cartel, obviously you're going to be at the victim's level.
No, I don't think it's fair to people that are out of the country.
No. Then
I don't think it's fair.
Then you got to find the most trusted member of your family. If your family member choose to make your house
it's very hard to trust somebody. Even your child to trust them in Africa is very hard.
Okay.
The people in Africa, are you serious? They're very hard to be trusted.
That's the law. That's the law, man.
When they will tell you that $5. Okay? And you know, on that side, we work so hard, we're not there. Sometimes you call them, they got other people living in your house. They don't even tell you that they got other people living in your house. Or you know that only one person living in your house. But they will recruit people and put them in your house.
So since the president signed the law, yeah, if you got property, you call the people and ask them, y'all got people in the house, you don't put drug people in the house. That's the best advice I can give you right now.
What we gotta do, we gotta tell the people need to go back to the board. They need to go back to the board.
No, ma, we will not. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm not laughing at you though, but let's take the other person. We'll take 3 more calls and we'll go to our guests. Go ahead, 1 minute. Let's hear you.
William W. Proposed defender.
1 minute, William.
I'm laughing kind. You know the law is good. You know our people are dying in this country. Yeah. Young people are getting to drug addiction, and this is not correct for our country. So let me say thanks to the Senate. I don't want to reach the president on his desk within your minute and you'll be able to pass because why we need to be protected and we need to protect our country so that our future can be damaged. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's take the last three quickly. Let's hear you quickly.
Hello, okay.
Hello, our guest is already here. We want to take you quickly, then we'll go.
This is my original the president of Chicken Soup Factory.
Go ahead, ma'am.
First of all, I want to tell you thank you for your talking point.
Mm-hmm.
You see, when it comes to this drugs, I hope they don't law the people put down. They're not putting it down for only poor people. They must put it down for the rich, the poor. You know, when somebody working in government, when they catch them, then they got people who will go protest it, that wish on. So ever go across the board. Because I know they got so many laws today, I want to let them judge them with talking.
Okay.
Clearly, they can catch ordinary people. But now when they catch these questions, they're law, they don't eat, they don't eat, people to go advocate for them. So they law ever go across the board.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We take the second to the last question. Go ahead. You're the second to the last. Let's hear you. 1 minute.
Hello, Oliver.
Hello, ma'am. Quickly, you're the second to the last question.
Thank you, plenty. Yeah, Oliver. That woman was talking at in a good law. I enjoy that law. And I tell the people in the house, thank you. I enjoy that law too, bad. And again, the children themselves, Oliver. The government got to do something.
So, but I read the law. The law will consider the users as the victims, and they will be taken care of through the rehabilitation, program.
Okay. All right. But I tell you what, thank you for that.
Thank you very much.
Everybody, thank you.
Thank you. Let's take the last question. You are the last caller. Go ahead. Let's hear you quickly.
Yeah. Hello, my name is Vamoya Fafana. I'm calling from Conakry, Guinea.
Conakry, Guinea. Go ahead, Vamoya. You're the last caller. Let's hear you.
Yeah, okay. That law, that good law, we tell the lawmakers thank you very much, and I want to appreciate the president to pass into law. It will not be too late only. Our brother very spoiled in our country, okay, not easy. Down to Conakry, when I came for visit, when you reach there, see the children, how they can take in a kush, they get rid of cigarette, all over. Because they're not producing the kush, they need to pull a jacket together and work. They borrow patrol men need to work on it. As the way you say, all of them is susu. And our brothers not spoiling our country too much. Our brothers not spoiling too much. So really, I want to tell the lawmakers, thank you for this journal they get passed. It's very good for our country.
Okay. Thank you.
Half our beginning is spoiling. It's not easy.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. We leave you right there. Let's take the break now. We're gonna take this quick break. When we return, we join Mr. Aliyu Lee Kemokai. Kemokai is the director there at the Monrovia Vocational Training Center, the MVTC. What is the entity involved with? What is the status of that entity? What do we know as it relates to the different programs being offered? What are their challenges? What are the prospects? What do we, point to? What can we point to as Liberians as the achievement of that entity, especially under the WIAS administration? We take a break to be right back.
There are crowds in many places, in every community, you can see. So if you see crime, don't report it. Don't take law in your hands for the right authority. Tell it can't take care of it. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see you must target, I mean you check. Do it for your safety. If you see don't keep it. I'm a part of it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia.
Okay, so we have in studio with us Mr. Aliyu Lee Kemokai. Mr. Kemokai, it's our honor to welcome you to Freedom Radio Liberia. Good evening.
Good evening, and thank you very much.
Ibrahim, you will need to come to studio. You will need to come to studio.
Can you hear me?
Okay, you will need to come to studio. Let's see if we can get Mr. Chemical on. Are you there?
Are you hearing me? Can you hear me?
No,
Hello?
I'm not. I'm not getting you at all. I'm not getting you at all. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Are you
Can you
available?
hear me now?
Okay. Yeah, we're hearing
Can
you
you hear
loud.
me now?
Yeah, we are hearing you loud and clear.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you for the opportunity afforded me. After a very short notice, I'm glad to be on the show, and I'm glad to talk about the Morovia Vocational Training Center.
You are the director of the MVTC, one of the the learning institutions Liberians who want to go to, especially to acquire technical and vocational education. Now, what is the status of the MVTC, and where are you at the moment?
So thank you very much. Currently, I'm in Austria. I'm part of a tour sponsored by UNIDO. But before I talk about that, the Morovia Vocational Training Center is operated by the Ministry of Youth and Sports. And the Ministry of Youth and Sports role is to develop programs for employment opportunity for young people. And the Morovia Vocational Training Center is one place in which we provide skills development training for young people. That is, we provide training in electricity, we provide training in carpentry, in plumbing, in masonry. Everything you can think about regarding skills is provided at the Ministry of Youth and Sports.
Okay.
So currently, through the government of Liberia, with funding from the European Union and the Swedish government, there have been renovation work and construction work and equipping of 5 of our trade shops through the Youth Rising Project. And the Youth Rising Project is geared towards The Youth Rising Project is geared towards providing a vibrant sector in the TVET environment. That is the technical vocational education and training. That is providing modern equipment for technical and vocational training and training our teachers. Some of our teachers have gone abroad for training. Some of them are returning, and some of them are also acquiring training within Liberia. So at the Morovia Vocational Training Center today, through the government effort with support from the European Union and the Swedish government, a lot has been done to make sure that young people in the country acquire the requisite skills. Because the truth is, the question is always asked, okay, you are the high school, what can you do? Can you use your hand? Are you able to do something? So that question is being answered at the Morovia Vocational Training Center. It is at this center that we provide skills for over thousands of young people. Currently today, we have up to 2,000 young people in 13 different trade areas that have been trained. They have been trained in carpentry, in masonry, in joinery, in plumbing, and the rest of it. So we want to use this medium to say to Liberians, young people especially, there is something for you to do. You can use your hand. Because the question is, what can you do?
Okay.
And there is this comment about young people, that the young people are not serious. But I have another version of that conversation, is provide opportunity for young people. So at the Morovia Vocational Training Center, there is an opportunity for young people across Liberia that you can come there and acquire the requisite skills so that tomorrow you are able to earn something for yourself and become decent citizens.
Okay. Yeah. So let's look at admission. How do you do the admission? Process. What is the process like? How do people get at your institution to enroll?
So, firstly, there is a entrance that is administered. We give several entrances. So you register for the entrance. The entrance fee is around $2,000. You register for the entrance, and after the entrance, you are required to bring in all of your documents. And admission is from 10th grade and above. So because MVDC is operating at an informal TVET. So you can be out of school and also go at MVDC. So if you're a 10th grade dropout, you can go to MVDC. If you're a high school graduate, you can also go to MVDC. And also another way to enroll is through the Ministry of Youth and Sports Scholarship Scheme. The Ministry of Youth and Sports. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead. We are getting you.
Yeah, the Ministry of Youth and Sports provides scholarship opportunity also for young people to enroll at MVDC. So way in which people enroll at MVDC through the scholarship scheme from the Ministry of Youth and Sports. And currently because right now we have up to close to 2,000 young people that are currently undergoing training, and they will be graduating around August, September. So we are also on the recruitment process. So young people are encouraged to go at the Monrovia Vocational Training Center. There are information sheet there unsealed. You can get the information booklet, and there will be more information that you can get from that booklet regarding enrollment.
How equipped is the entity with reference to the teaching aspect? Do you guys have modern tools to work with? Are the teachers fully capacitated in such a way that they will deliver their notes to the students? Do they have the practical tools to use? What is the situation? Because we keep getting complaints from students attending the MVTC that sometimes they go to school, when it comes to the practical aspect, they don't have the practical tools to work with. The facilities are not as conducive as should be, with the specific purpose of acquiring, skills.
So that conversation was prior, right? But currently, as we speak, like I said, initially under the Youth Rising Project, with support from the European Union and the Swedish government, through the government of Liberia, our trade shops, the carpentry, the joinery, mental works, our ICT shops, and our refrigeration, air conditioning shop, our automotive shop, they have all been equipped with state-of-the-art equipments. These equipments, our teachers have been trained in how to use them. So today, that conversation about materials for training is not what it is. So there's a different atmosphere today at MVDC. Even the current students you have there today, if you go there now, we are on serious practical. As a matter of fact, we are preparing for internship. So those who are qualified, the internship department is working with different industries to ensure that qualified trainees have the opportunity to go and get industrial experience. So that conversation about no material at MVDC, that was then, but now it's a different ballgame, especially with the government involvement through the Ministry of Youth and Sports and with funding from the European Union and the Swedish government. Hello? Hello? Am I on? Hello? 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 Come on. Okay.
All right. So I mean, we apologize. We apologize. You're back now. So let's get it on. We had a technical issue, Mister.
All right. So as I was saying, the issue of no materials and no equipment for training, that was a conversation that was before. But as it is now, under the Youth Rising project, you can take a walk at the Moravia Vocational Training Center and see that our labs, our trade shop are fully equipped with state-of-the-art equipment. We are training our students now with state-of-the-art equipment.
Are you sure? Are you sure about what you're saying? Because I spoke with some students from the NT a couple of weeks ago, and what they told me is purely different from what you are saying.
So you are a journalist now. You can go there and verify for yourself. So like last week, I'm not in town. Like last week, our welding and fabrication shop has been fully equipped with state-of-the-art equipment under the Youth Rising project. So you can take a walk there now and see what is going on there. As I said to you, right now we are on practical. Our current students are currently doing their practical in the term 4. So now there's a lot of work on campus when you go there. And right now we are on internship. So internship is provided for qualified trainees, those who have met the requirement. The internship department is currently listing with industry across Liberia, so that we can send our students there to get industry experience. So that conversation was then, but now it's a different ball game.
Okay, now it's a different ball game now. How long do you guys take to, have a particular program done? Let's know the cycle. What's the duration of your cycle?
Exactly. So we run training cycle. So our training cycle runs for 18 months. That 18 months is divided into 6 terms. We call it term 1 to term 6. So on term 1 to term 4 is 40 practical is 40 training activities. Term 5 is project. The students develop their own project in term 5. In term 6 is internship, where they go to the industry to get industrial experience. So we run 18-month program divided into 6 different terms, and term 6 is for internship. So currently now we are on term 4 and 5 combined, and we are on the way to internship.
Okay, so I mean, what are some of the entities around the country that you send your interns to go and practice? For example, the auto mechanic department. Where do you send your folks?
So we send people to MPA, the National Port Authority. To APM Terminal, to BF Factory, to Coca-Cola Factory, LPRC. I mean, all of the major institutions in the country. We have been working with them over the period. So we are partners because TVET is a public-private partnership agreement that TVET rides on. So as an institution, we have partners that we have been dealing with and we are currently dealing with.
Okay, you have partners that you've been dealing with, you're currently dealing with now. What are other issues at the entity that you thought to talk about, so that we move on to your current trip in Austria as to why you are there?
So technical vocational education and training is competency based, it's hands-on. It means that you have to use materials to carry on training. So one major challenge, especially with the number of students that we have, is the issue of consumables. So for example, if somebody is doing welding and fabrication, you will need metals to be able to do your welding and fabrication. So consumables for MVDC is a challenge. Consumable, yes.
So
however, like I said, we are working with some of our partners. Like we wrote Coca-Cola Factory. They gave us some materials for our R&A department, our refrigeration and air conditioning department. They gave us some S boxes. So we've been reaching out to some of our partners, and they have been making donations to the school.
So I mean, let's take you back a bit. You talk about the entrance fees, which is around 2,000 Liberian dollars. Did I get that correct?
Yes.
Now, what do you have in terms of tuition, and other fees at the level of the entity?
So tuition varies based on the trade, but the maximum is around $30,000 to $32,000. Some trades $26,000, yes, for 18 months. Some trades 26,000. Some trade is 19,000. So depending on the trade, but the highest amount is around 30,000 for the 18 months training.
So in addition to the tuition and fees being paid by students at the entity, you still have support from the government of Liberia through the Ministry of Youth and Sports.
Exactly. Like I said from the beginning, the school is owned and operated by the Ministry of Youth and Sports.
Okay.
So we get support from the Ministry of Youth and Sports.
And at the same time, you have partners supporting the entity. You got development partners supporting the institution.
Exactly. So we got the UNIDO is supporting the institution, and we got another French NGO called the IECD, the International Institution for Development and Cooperation. They are fully involved with our electricity department. So they have equipped our electricity shop, and they have provided tools and equipments for the shops. So we are working with a lot of different partners, including local and international.
Okay, so one would think that you should not be having problems with consumables and other different logistics to operate with, since indeed you run your own entity, you generate money, you also have support from the Ministry of Youth and Sports, you are doing business with international partners, both local NGOs as well. So one would think that everything should be bread and butter at your entity. Why do we still have issues of, pocket challenges at the entity?
So like I said, right, working with international partners are providing equipment for training. They are not providing consumables.
Okay.
Yeah, so the issue of consumable is a challenge. That I must say. But like I said, we also talking with some local partners that are helping to provide some consumables for the center.
So when you talk about consumables, there are lay people on the ground who do not have a clear understanding. What are you referring to?
So for example, somebody doing carpentry, right? We need plank.
Okay.
To fix a chair, to fix table, to get nails. These are consumables, because when you use it, you're not going to use them by.
And so the folks will argue that you are generating fees. Why don't you use some of the fees you're generating to provide the consumables, since indeed you are a government entity though?
So the issue of technical vocational education and training is a very expensive venture. And if you look at the fees we charging that have been charged for per student, it at the very minimum. If you go across, you look at private institution, they charge up to $300, $400, $500. But being a government institution, we charging at a very minimum. But however, these fees are being used also to provide consumable through the Ministry of Youth and Sports.
Okay, through the Ministry of Youth and Sports. Okay, so you're currently out of the country. We're getting you. We got the last point. You talk about the fees being used by the Ministry of Youth and Sports to also get some consumables. That is understandable. Now we are told that you are out of the country. What is the essence of the trip?
So, like I said, we working with our partners, and one major partner currently is UNIDO.
Okay.
The UNIDO is implementing the Youth Rising Project, and the Youth Rising Project focuses on equipping TVET institutions across Liberia, including the Monrovia Vocational Training Center. And part of that project is to ensure that managers have the opportunity to be trained to go out there and do sightseeing and collaborate with regional and bilateral partners to see how we can make our own TVET system effective, how we can manage our own TVET center. So we are on this trip with two assistant ministers, the Minister of Youth and Sports, and all of the directors and principals from various TVET institutions across the country are currently on the trip. We were in Senegal on a regional study tour, knowing from other TVET institutions in Senegal how are they going about running their own TVET, how are they running the sector in Senegal. And currently now we are in Austria, also establishing bilateral relationship with TVET institutions. As a matter of fact, like I said, our school are being equipped with modern equipments. Those equipment was bought from Austria from a company called Inco. We visited Inco today to know how these equipment was, put together. And I mean, there was some knowledge sharing and experience sharing. So that is the essence of this trip, so that when we go back to our country, our respective institution, we can use some of these knowledge to ensure that the school is operating at a high standard. So that is the reason for this visit, and it is organized and sponsored by UNIDO.
Okay, organized and sponsored by UNIDO. Now, you're the head of the entity. I would want to know whether this is to your knowledge. I mean, do you guys request the students to provide, tools for them to work with? In some instances, some of the very consumables, do you guys do it at the entity?
So every student is required to come with your personal tools.
Okay.
Yes. So we provide tools and equipment for our trainer, but as a student, you will be required to come with your personal tools. So in some instances, they will give you assignment. If you're doing electricity, for example, if you're doing electricity, for example, you will be asked to go and do this assignment, go and construct a double way switch and come with it. And you will use that same switch for training purpose.
Okay.
Yes.
Is that how it is done, conventionally with other countries?
Well, that is the reason why we are here. And the truth is, resources are limited, especially even with government, national government, resources are limited. So in order to make our training effective, we give students assignment that they will use, they will benefit from. It is for them. It is not for the school. It is for their own use.
Okay. It's for their own use. And so there you have it, Mr. Aliyu Lee Kemokai is the head of the Monrovia Vocational Training Center, the MVTC. We've been quizzing him on several issues, ranging from how equipped are the teachers, their facilities. He talked about it. He said before then they had challenges, but right now they've managed to solve a lot of the equipment issues. They're only confronted with some of the consumable situation, but again, they keep working around the clock to have those issues resolved. We'll go back to you, Mr. Kemokai. What else do the Liberian people need to know that we've not asked you?
Okay, thank you very much. I know this was going to come last. So our responsibility as a training institution is to support the government in ensuring that young people have the requisite skills and knowledge so that they can be active citizens to contribute to social development. So we developed a project, and the project is entitled Skills for Work.
Okay.
And this project is geared towards our brothers, our motorcyclists, and our keke riders, motorbike and keke riders.
Wow.
This project is saying, and okay, you know the reality today, most of our young people are on motorbike and keke, and the perception about motorbike and keke riding is not a good one for our society. So we are saying as a training institution, if you ride motorbike for 10, 15 years, what do you gain? Day that motorbike is involved in an accident or it is stolen, your life ends right there. But we are saying through that project, you can become a plumber while you still ride motorbike. You can be an electrician while you still ride keke. So we developed this project to be sponsored by the office of the president. Currently, that project is on the desk of the president. We have that project get 3,000 motorbike and keke rider across Montserrat County in 5 slum community: Clara Town, Logan Town, West Point, Nugu Town, and Pilsville.
3,000.
Yes. So that project we be 3,000. We've been in discussion with the motorcyclist union, the National Motorcyclist Union, and the Liberia National Police. And this is what we're saying, because you see a lot of traffic violations in the street with motorcyclists and keke rider. The truth is they don't know. They don't know what to do. So while you are there doing you are becoming a plumber, you are also undergoing road safety training through the Liberia National Police. So it's a 1-year project. So at the end, you can become a keke rider, but you are also a plumber. So tomorrow, if there's no keke in the street, we also have a sustainable way of life, because skills development is a sustainable way of life. And the truth is, according to the National School Census, young people are leaving school for some reasons, because some of them are overage, because part of it is because they are motorcyclists and keke rider, especially the male. What do we do as a country? So as a training institution, we say we want to support the government agenda in ensuring that our young people are part of the process.
Is it going to be free of charge? I mean, the idea is good to have at least 3,000 of the keke and motorbike operators, to acquire some technical and vocational skills while at the same time on their bikes. Now, how is it going to be done? Will they pay money? Because some of the reasons why they are riding bikes is because they don't have money to go to regular school. That's why they're riding motorbikes. So since you're bringing this new project, which is intended to give them a life surviving skill after motorbike riding, are they going to pay money?
So this is a project, like we said, is going to be sponsored by the office of the president. It's a $1.5 million project that is proposed to be sponsored by the office of the president.
I didn't get that.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah, I'm getting you. I said I didn't get that part.
Yes. So it's a proposed project that is currently on the desk of the president. For support.
So I mean, have you heard from the office of the president as to whether that proposed project is being approved already?
That I can say, since we submitted the project, like I was supposed to follow up. Like 2 weeks. So I came back and I left my colleagues are there following up. So I've not gotten feedback, but I'm sure, because I met the president during the United Nations Day celebration at the City Hall, and I invited him to the Morovia Vocational Training Center, and he said we should invite him officially, and we have decided to prepare this project in support of the PAPD, support to the young people, especially this vulnerable category of young people that we all talk about in a negative way. How can we add premium to our young people? Because the truth is, in the end, this could be used to add value to that sector, because it is a broad sector now in our country. A lot of young people are gravitating towards that sector. What do we do to add some value? So we say, okay, before you ride keke, you must have gotten a certificate in some skills before you qualify to be a keke or motorbike rider. This is the idea.
So the president is to make a determination based on what you've projected. In the event where the president will approve your proposal, are you telling us that those who will be benefiting will have no reason to worry about money or whatever the case?
Yes, that is why we are working with the Motorcyclist Union. We have had several discussions regarding this project.
Okay.
They are the union, they know who are motorcyclists in this community that we just named. So there's going to be a whole process around that. The project talk about that. We've been working on this project for almost 6-7 months with the Motorcyclist Union. And then National Police also involved in this process.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much.
We're looking forward to
Okay, thank you, Mr. Lee Kemokai. Let's take a few calls. We'll get back to you for your parting comments. Let's take a few calls. Remain there while you listen to the callers as they put in their calls right here. So if you're there, my name is Kine. We are in conversation with Mr. Aliyu Lee Kemokai. Kemokai is the head of the Monrovia Vocational Training Institute with Better Sales Center, the MVTC. He made it clear that before they have issues with their logistic, they have logistical problems, but again, that issue has been resolved through the help of their partners in the Ministry of Youth and Sports. He also talked about a proposal to ensure that at least 3,000 young people who are into motorbike and keke operations, so that while they are riding bikes, they will be able to go to MVTC. Some of them will become plumbers, electrician, mechanic, and so forth. So that by the time you not get trained to ride motorbike again, you can live on plumbing. ArcelorMittal can hire you as a mechanic. There's other people can hire you as a carpenter and so forth. So it is before the president's desk. The president is supposed to make a determination. If that is actually approved, it means 3,000 of the motorbike and keke people will have the chance to go and learn a skill. At the same time, there'll be some form of education provided with reference to road safety. Let's open up the lines. Whether you are interested in the future programs, if you are a current student at the MVTC, or maybe you have a general question relative to the operations of the entity, call us and let's have your input here on the conversation. Let's take the first person on this Abraham Day. This person, 1 minute, go ahead. Hello, let's hear you. Double Bridge Community around the MVTC. Go ahead.
Yes. Yeah, my concern get to do with the rapper job you're talking about. Yeah, for me, I know motorcycle and for me, I'll listen to radio.
So we starting with the motorway man first. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Let's take the other person. Go ahead. 1 minute. Hello, sir. Let's hear you.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. KOK.
Good evening to you.
My name is Abin Dalai. I come from the UN Drive.
Go ahead, Abin.
KOK, there are so many people who ride motorbike and keke. They are high school drop up. Maybe some of them in 7th grade, some of them in 8th grade, some of them in 0th grade, in fact. So I want to know why they'll be part of this high-grade program.
Okay. Thank you very much. I'll leave you right there and take this other person. Go ahead. 1 minute. Hello, sir. Let's hear you. What's your name?
I'm Jody Magawaki, calling from
Painesville. Let's hear you, Chief.
Yeah, I want to say that I listened to the Honorable Director. He spoke well about TVET, and I want to commend him for his speech because it's according. I want to say the project that he proposed to the president is welcoming because it will reduce the issue of crime rate in our society, more especially with our motorcycle and keke riders. So I want to say thank you to the Honorable Director for that brilliant idea, and we are citizens from every sector where we work with him and make sure that. But my question is this: This project, when it is approved, as per your question you asked, concerning whether those guys who are targeted, we're going to pay a fee.
Okay.
Is rational that if the budget projected for the cost of the project will cover every aspect of the training, or is it that they're going to pay additional cost? Because school these days, student goes in, they will pay, and then later on they'll be asked to pay additional money. I don't know. I need to clear everything.
Thank you. You provide clarity on it. Let's leave you and take the other person quickly. 1 minute. Let's hear you.
Hello, KOK.
Hello, ma'am.
I'm calling from St. Paul's Bridge.
Go ahead, ma'am.
KOK, I want to tell the director in there, thanks for everything. I want to tell him thank you. And I enjoy the topic. It will help our children to learn something that true. That motorbike, sometimes you go, in case of anything on the road, you get nothing to do again when they see the motorbike. No way. So it's better you learn your trade. And I got my nephew that learned that train that why he living on today. High school graduate, but he learned train can make plenty money, Papa. I tell you, thank you. I tell the man Indian, thank you. And one for the president to really go ahead to the 40. I tell you, thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll leave you. We'll take the other person. Go ahead. Quickly, 1 minute, no time.
Good evening, okay.
Good evening. Let's hear you. 1 minute.
Yeah, there's a board of Ajitoko and I do Johnny Wanto Community.
Go ahead.
President, it's a privilege to have a such educated director that individual understands the happiness of TVET. My attention has been drawn to the project. You know, they are plea to the national government. These days, you got a lot of young cars around. They will not prioritize KK. After running KK, what will be the next alternative? If they are not skilled labor, you can have confusion in the country that. So it's on the death of the president. We are calling on the president to put all effort in part of PAP.
I think your
hello.
Your line is coming in broken quickly. You gotta learn.
Yeah, to make sure that the program cannot be failed. Because one thing you should understand the society, when a man learn a plumbing, that makes accessible to the society. That makes him sustain the family. When that man is a mechanic, that makes him provide for his family. But that means not do nothing at all. It creates serious embarrassment.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. We leave you. We take the other person. Go ahead. 1 minute quickly.
Hello.
Hello. Let's hear you quickly.
Yes, quickly. So, according to my director, the project is not sponsored by UNINO, please. Because the project is sponsored by taxpayer money from you.
Are you?
The project is sponsored.
Are you? Hello. Are you correcting the head of the entity?
Yes. The project is sponsored by EU and Swedish government, not UNINO. UNINO is an implementing partner. So the process not to go to UNINO, but rather to EU and Swedish government, not to UNINO, because UNINO is a contractor for the implementation of the project.
What is your position at the MVTC? Are you an employee there?
I'm an employee at the Mobile Presentation, though. He knows me where he is, but he recognize me.
Okay.
The project is not.
What is your name?
My name is Jordan Michael White, head of the mechanical department, MVDC.
Okay, Michael from the mechanical department. Thank you very much.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you. We leave you right there. We leave you right there. Let's take the last three callers and we call it a day. This person, what's your name? Where you join us from?
Yeah, I'm calling from Ghana. My name is Amadou Kemokai.
Kemokai, go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, I'm of the case because they say yes of case. And my same line, so I will add the part project too because of the age.
Okay. All right, you are 56 years of age. You still right. Whatever, he will respond to it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, we leave you right there. Let's take the last two callers. Then we call it a day right here on 87.9. My name is Kai. We have in studio Mr. Aliu Lee Kemokai, the head of the MVTC, telling us more about what the institution is involved with and a proposal to the president to ensure that 3,000 of our Liberian citizens will benefit from vocational education when the president, what they have before his decks. Let's take the second to the last question, then we'll go to our guest. Go ahead, 1 minute.
Yeah, okay. How you doing again?
We're great, man. Sisi, let's hear you.
Okay, let me say thank you for the topic. Let me say thank you to our brother there. Well, the man, what is the argument? What is the argument? Here, the man who the head of that place.
I mean,
you can't show yourself on the platform talking about this YFYC. Let's go back to how you say, man. Let's go. Why you not prove it to the public? You let me say you're above it, man. Why you saying the country, man, out of the country? Why? Yeah, man, they give me 200. Why call for thank you,
Yamata? We leave it right here. Mr. Kemokai, we go. Okay, let's take this. Oh my God. All right. Okay, I think it is okay. Let's take your parting comment. You heard all of the concerns. The last person said he's 56 years. If the president, okays the project, is he capable? Is he eligible, as a matter of fact, to participate?
So, like I said, this project we have been talking with having discussion with the motorcyclist union.
Mhm.
So the motorcyclist union regarding recruitment, they will be in front of the recruitment because they know who are the legitimate motorcyclists in these targeted communities. And somebody talk about whether there's going to be fee pay. Absolutely, the project is going to cover all of the fees. All you need to do is your commitment and your time. And some like the ladies said, I mean, it's quite unfortunate. I have worked in the TVEC sector since 2016. Before this project was approved, I worked as the special assistant to the deputy minister for TVET at the Ministry of Youth and Sports. So this is a project that I know about very well, even before becoming director. This project, in my intro, I said this through the government of Liberia, this project is sponsored by the European Union and the Swedish government. UNIDO is the implementer of the Youth Rising Project. Let me emphasize, Mr. Waki Jude, this project is implemented by UNIDO with funding from the European Union and the Swedish government. So with that being said, I would like to take this time to say thank you first of all for allowing me this opportunity to be able to speak on your platform. And I want to use this opportunity to call on young people in the country. What can you do? Every time I ask this question to young people, what can you do? Oh, in the next 5 years, where do you want to be? Skills. Use your hands. It is often said that education is the key to success, but technical and vocational education is the master key. So long you have skills, you already have work. Skills people are already employed. I don't care what it is. If you don't have an institution to employ you, if you're in the community as a plumber, you're going to find a plumbing work in our community. If you're in the community as a masoner, you're going to find a masoner work to do in our community. So all you can do as a young person, find skills, find way to empower yourself, find way to add value to yourself. Age is not waiting for us. So today, our young people, I'm encouraging you, come at the Monrovia Vocational Training Center. At this center, we are ready and prepared to provide opportunity and skills for our young people so that tomorrow you can become active citizens, so that you can be somebody important in society so people cannot look down on you. So on this note, I just want to say thank you, and to all of our students, all of the hardworking staff at the Monrovia Vocational Training Center. As a matter of fact, UNIDO is organizing a skills competition across all of the project schools in Monserrado. So the Monrovia Vocational Training Center is going to host that skills competition. It's going to be anytime next month. So you're going to see young people coming up with innovative ideas on what they learn in an innovative way in a competition, and there's going to be prize given to winners.
Okay.
So I just want to encourage, say thank you to all of my staff. They have been doing well while I'm not there. I'm following up. They are giving me updates on a daily basis, and I must appreciate everything they do. And I want to say thank you to the students. They are cooperating. You can see the eagerness of young people waiting to acquire skills. So thank you very much, KOK, for the opportunity, and I look forward to meeting you upon my return to the country. And
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Aliyu Kemukai. Kemukai is the head of the Monrovia Vocational Training Center in the Painesville area, right after the double bridge in Monrovia. For those of you, our Muslim brothers and sisters celebrating Ibrahim Day, I want to say a happy Ibrahim Day to you. Enjoy this wonderful song. I don't know the meaning, but what I know is that it is connected to God Almighty. It is intended to have humankind connected to their Creator, so that humanity will be the order of the day on planet Earth. Wherever you are, however you are joining us, on behalf of Princess Alexa Vanja Colley, the producers of Freedom Hub. We want to say happy Ibrahim Day to all of you.
The Bible has
and may the Cow Meat Festival and all of our supplications to God Almighty.
The Quran has come to complete the original script.
Bring Liberia,
which may not be
all of us,
present in the hands
of blessings today as we move forward. Enjoy the rest of the Ibrahim Day.
It is such a book that just by listening to it, it's not only the